And now, our feature presentation.
Random World Entertainment presents a revived personal project and inspired from the minds behind those who used Plotagon to make some interesting stories.
Hey, Cherry. Is it me? Or has today been a huge letdown with the lack of events going on recently?
Speaking of letdowns,
I'll go get that.
Elsewhere.
my people isn't picking up. Guess we'll have to figure out how we ended up here.
I knew listening to you would get us into some kind of trouble. Why do I listen to you and end up in these kinds of situations?
Because you've always been a good friend to me and never stood against me and my crazy ramblings.
That was rhetorical. And you know that. For a science professor, you really aren't the sharpest tool in the shed.
Meanwhile,
So, who is that?
No clue. All I heard was static and ominous whispers on the other end before the call dropped.
on the other side of town, at a Starbucks cafe.
Hi, welcome to Starbucks. What can I help you with?
You can definitely help me by taking a good look at an old friend for starters.
Whoa, Wendy? You look different since the last time I saw you. Did you get taller or something?
No, I got a huge makeover since the last time we saw each other. But if I look taller, please, don't stop acknowledging it.
It's good to see you, but isn't Starbucks the last place you should be right now? I mean, what are you even doing here?
I'm looking to get some of the old group back together, and you're number one on my list so far. I really need you to help me take back some stuff that was taken from me in this war.
Maybe we should go somewhere else. This isn't really a good place to talk about the war like that. I clock out in 10 minutes. Plus, I don't want anyone to recognize you, so we should find a more quiet place to catch up.
Elsewhere, at an unexpected meeting.
The fact that you waltzed in here without a word says a lot about your suspicious email you sent a week ago, if I recall.
Let's discuss how one might interpret that, shall we?
A week ago, in BK's personal office.
Let's check my email and see where things are heading with my success. What? An email from that good-for-nothing two-timing clown? He might be a clown, but he's joking if he thinks I want to partner up with him.
Back to present day.
You know, these complimentary boardroom croissants would be better if you handed the recipe over to me and let me add my name to it.
Get to the point, clown boy. What are you doing here? And what's with that joke of an email?
Ah, right, the email. Well, rumor has it that the other two major factions are finally teaming up to take us out.
What the hell are you even referring to? This would have been said to me by my spies.
That's the thing. Your spies were captured by me, so I came here personally to tell you that Colonel Chicken Feet and the Salty Sea Witch are coming together to put an end to us following the disappearance of that red-headed punk.
I thought Wendy was put down completely. I hadn't considered that she went missing.
Missing? You're joking, right? That girl is smarter than she looks. She fooled all of us, and you haven't really been paying attention to the stream of info coming into our respective territories, have you? Plus, if the rumors are true, and Wendy does resurface into the public eye, we should wait and see on what Star and Dewey do first before we get the drop on all of them.
Speaking of Star and Dewey,
Well, if it isn't the so-called Salty Sea Witch, unless you can tell me that the internet is wrong for coming up with a nickname like that. What brings you to my domain?
Well, first off, you shouldn't let your people be so rough with a lady like me. Second off, I come here to make sure you're not second-guessing my original proposal to you.
Me? Second guess you? Never in a million years.
And thirdly, you should stop calling me Salty Sea Witch before I cut your tongue out of your mouth and stick it where the sun doesn't shine.
A bit aggressive, but okay. Anyway, have you heard the latest info from the grunts?
Tell me now before my day gets worse.
Apparently Ronald and BK caught wind of our little team up, and they seem to be doing one of their own to tip the scales of balance in their favor.
A bit random coming from you, but okay. How does this help us exactly?
Well, I'm glad you asked, my cultured friend. But first, a little side note for you. A small bit of intel suggests that someone looking a bit like Wendy was spotted somewhere near your cafe near the far side of town.
What the hell do you mean she was near my cafe? Plus, last time we saw her, she ran off without so much as a second thought. And all of her lackeys ran off as well, There's no way she'll find help at my cafe.
I understand how you must feel right now. But don't shoot the messenger. I really think you should take some anger management courses. Consider that free advice.
Whatever, I need to take a break from this conversation and process this information you just dumped on me.
Sure, feel free to use our facilities at your own special leisure. I'll be here when you get back. Take as much time as you need.
Despite our little alliance, I still find you really irritating to talk to, especially with that condescending attitude of yours.
Hey, it's all peaches and cream over here. No condescension was intended on my account.
Whatever. At least I wasn't the one who was given the title of Colonel Chicken Feet.
Damn, I felt that.
Elsewhere.
You know, I'm really glad you weren't a gunner like the rumors claim you were. Star really didn't think about checking to see if she finished you off.
Hey,
Ouch, I'm sorry.
you sure know how to insult your boss, who might I add, is still here. Anyway, did you get those orders I sent you anonymously?
You know you can always trust me to carry out your masterfully crafted plans. Plus, at first I thought you might have been one of the civilian informants, but I recognized your unique initials at the bottom of the email. So I clung to my hope of seeing you again. And here you are.
That's my number one. I'm glad I picked you to be my top generals for this war.
I'm glad I could serve you as you are fair and kind to those who work with you.
So, aside from carrying out the plan, what else have you been up to?
Well, I have been working on a project with a friend of mine. I have been wanting to show it to you because I really think this particular thing might help us turn everything around in this war.
Oh, a project you say? I'm curious to see how it works in our favor.
Great, let's head back to my place. I assume you're gonna need a place to stay after your condo got raided by BK's troops.
Yeah, kinda wish I got that insurance policy.
Come on, it's getting late.
Back at Bendy's house.
Wow, so this is your place. Kinda hard to believe that you own this place. It's very peaceful and quiet out on this side of town.
Kinda had to move away from all of the noise downtown when I started carrying out your plans. Plus, it benefits me greatly with how remote this place is.
I'm really excited about seeing this project of yours.
Yeah, me too. Let's get inside and settle in before we head to the brilliant sight of wonder.
After the two settle in, Bendy takes Wendy to his basement into a secret laboratory, and the two make a startling discovery.
No, this can't be.
Bendy, what's wrong? I see what you wanted to show me, and it's great, so what's the matter?
Someone was in here, and they tampered with the control panel. I have to check the security logs to see who used my invention. This thing isn't ready for use yet.
After checking the security logs,
By the looks of things, it would seem that those two people came in here for the machine. But they weren't dressed like burglars who stumbled on this place by accident. And the guy in the video looked like he knew what he was doing. But I don't get it. Who were those people?
Can you slow down for a moment? You haven't actually explained much about what this thing can do yet. So I'm at a loss here.
Alright, let me catch my breath for a moment. So this machine right here is called a temporal teleporter. It uses the properties of the fourth dimension to send someone forward, backward, or even across parallel timelines. It's limited to our universe and its many variations, and they don't intend on crossing over into an alternate universe anytime soon. Anyway, a while back, a friend of mine helped me with building this thing in order to see if we can use this complex form of time travel to our advantage and win the war. I didn't really have the resources to test this machine, but my friend had this bizarre idea to get her professor to help us run some simulations before we go into the next phase of testing. So my friend was eager to help, but I felt bad about being loaned so much money. As much as I wanted to, my friend acknowledged that I can't pay off my debt and told me not to worry about it. I can't believe this happened before we officially get this thing ready for phase 2 of testing. We worked so hard on the temporal teleporter despite the warnings she was given about it. And I doubt we'll be able to use it now.
Warnings? From who? The Time Police?
I don't have a clue, just some alleged friends of hers. I'll explain in the morning. But first, we should probably head in for some sleep. I think I should lock this place up tight before our day tomorrow.
Now you lost me. But I hope your friend will understand after you tell her what's going on.
The next day.
Thank goodness you're here. I couldn't sleep last night after I called you.
Well, I'll be honest, after you got off the phone with me, I really couldn't get a grasp on what you explained, so I thought I'd come and see the footage for myself.
It's a good thing I saved a copy of the security footage on my phone.
After showing Rosa the security footage.
What the hell? That's my professor. I thought I told him to wait for me to let him know when we're ready for him. Gah, Bendy, I'm so sorry this happened. My professor, he's an idiot, but he's a smart man. This is all my fault.
I have myself to blame. I didn't think about locking up after I left for work yesterday.
Don't blame yourself like that. This was bound to happen eventually. I just didn't expect those warnings to come true.
You have to tell me what those warnings are now that this happened. I feel like you're intentionally hiding something from me.
My friends. They aren't who I said they were.
What do you mean by that?
You can't tell anyone else that I told you this. I was entrusted with this secret as soon as you asked me for help with the temporal teleporter. After we'd drawn up the blueprints for our idea, I was approached by 4 mysterious individuals who told me that my idea was gonna end up being dangerous regardless of who uses it. They said that we'd be responsible for releasing an imprisoned evil if we were to turn it on.
This sounds like a load of crap. I mean, why would anyone talk about something crazy like that? Probably just haters trying to stop us from being the first people to make it all possible.
I'm serious, Bendy, and if you don't believe me, I think we should get their help, because if we end up responsible for the disappearance of my professors, we could draw a lot of attention to this project of ours. And, for the record, you can't deny that you were doing this for her. I can see how you feel about her, it's quite obvious, you know.
Listen, I gotta go meet with Wendy in a few minutes for your information, and I won't be talking about you anytime soon. You go get the help we need in getting your professors back.
Bendy and Wendy, sitting in a tree. Kissing.
You're no fun.
Elsewhere, in an unknown place.
Once this piece of crap barrier goes down, I shall be freed from this wretched prison, and none will remain. Not even those pesky guardians who locked me up here in the first place. My reign will be permanent, and nobody will stop me. Wait a moment. Now, this is interesting. A professor who was given an opportunity to inspect the quality of some kind of temporal device? Perhaps this is a perfect opportunity to destroy the barrier and free myself once and for all.
That's all, folks.